All right, for more on this, let's bring in a professor at State University of New York Maritime College and a foreign policy analyst, Mark Meirowitz. Mark, good to have you on the show. Help us out on this one. All right. When you look at statistics in general, I think it's basically how you read the tea leaves. Yes, the U.S. economy has gone through its biggest jolt since the Great Depression. But on the flip side, we're also seeing a better than expected economic recovery. The stock market is pretty much near all-time highs. So help me out. How do you read this?
Well, I don't read it, it's the economy stupid this time. I think we're in a different situation. First of all, COVID is unique. We haven't had anything, McKinley or otherwise, ever comparable to this. And of course, Trump's politics is completely different than what we've been used to. I think on the economy, the belief is that Trump is on good standing. There needs to be a stimulus package that will help Trump tremendously. But countervailing to that is the Biden-Harris promise of repealing the president's tax cuts. So that's factoring into it. That's very, very important. And also the unemployment rate. So in other words, and what is the basis of all of it is COVID, and the president has COVID. So there we have something so unique, so complex that, it's hard to prognosticate at this point where we are. But I don't think it's the economy that is the problem. I think on that, Trump has done a good job on the economy. The problem is in terms of confidence in the administration and the president and ability to deal with COVID and to bring about a vaccine and a solution to this. Now we're having another spike in the United States, all around the country, and a resurgence of the coronavirus. And again, the president himself has the virus. I think right now a lot of other issues are stepping up. And for example, the future of Obamacare. Healthcare is a very important issue for Americans. And the prospect, as the Democrats projected, that if Amy Coney Barrett is put on the Supreme Court, that the Obamacare healthcare will be eliminated. That's what they're pushing hard for. So I think they're going to make a stimulus deal, but I think these other issues will be very important.
Okay, here's a hypothetical for you. If President Trump gets reelected, but the Senate flips from Republican control to a Democratic control, how does this affect the economic recovery and the landscape of American economics?
You know, you asked the question that is harder than nuclear science. You potentially would have a lot of polarization and a lot of gridlock, although I'm not so sure your hypothetical will ever come true. But right now we have something similar with the House and the Democrats and the Senate and the Republicans, and we've been stuck. Why is the Senate focusing? I mean, again, I understand the reasons for it, focusing on the nomination of a Supreme Court judge when they should be negotiating a package for a second stimulus. And I'm not saying how Amy Barrett to me is very qualified and an excellent choice for the Supreme Court, but it's a question of what are your priorities. So I think that the world after November 3rd is going to be really, it's very, very hard to predict what it's going to be, but it's going to be very difficult. If your hypothetical comes true, then we're going to just have a lot of polarization and a lot of problems. If the COVID continues, I want to kind of say I think they're going to have to work something out, to tell the truth, because otherwise then the economy will tank. So
Mark,
it's very complicated.
It's good to hear that you sort of said that James Carville's phrase is sort of past expire. It's no longer the economy stupid. It's about the vaccine and confidence. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.